This is Kado's Cakes and Chops. You're welcome to my channel. Join me as I show you how to make a simple vanilla cake without a mixer. Into a bowl, I'll be adding 85 grams of unsalted butter, 1/3/4 cups of sugar. I'll cream the butter and the sugar together. Then we'll be adding the sugar gradually. Don't add the whole sugar at once. As you cream, you add gradually. This is the simplest and the easiest way for you to bake a good vanilla cake at home. This is a beginner's method. As you cream, use your spatula occasionally to scrape the sides of the bowl to avoid leftover sugar granules at the top of the bowl. Undissolved sugar granules can affect the texture of your cake after baking. So take note of that. You see the way I'm scraping it down? This is what you do. It doesn't matter whether you have a mixer or not at home, you can bake a delicious cake for your family. Here I'll be adding vegetable oil, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil into it, and gently mix to incorporate. Mix very well to look fluffy. Then I'll scrape down again. Whatever ingredient you add for this recipe, make sure you mix well to incorporate. It's very important. I'll be adding 3 medium-sized eggs, but the eggs I will add them one after another, one by one. Each one I add, I will mix together with the butter and the sugar mixture. It is important you don't add your eggs straight into your bowl, into the batter. Break the eggs into a smaller container, then transfer the egg one by one into your batter, so that if you have a spoiled egg, it will not spoil the whole mixture at once. Once one spoiled egg gets into the mixture, it is condemned. Then you start all over again. Mix to combine very well. Make sure your sugar dissolves properly and you get a batter like this. This mixture this way. You can see how smooth and silky it is. Then time to prepare the flour. Here I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'll add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda into the all-purpose flour. Then I will give it a stir and mix it together. Make sure it mixes to incorporate. Then run it through a sieve to be sure there's no lumps. Then into the batter, I will add vanilla extract. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I just added 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix well, then this is time to add the flour. For this recipe, I'll be using 1/2 cup of milk for the proper mixing. So while adding the all-purpose flour, I'll be using the milk. So while I add the flour, mix gently, then add little milk. Mix gently and add little milk. Don't overmix your batter. Remember, and don't add the whole milk at once. Gradually, little by little, as you mix, you add the milk. Then I add a little milk to it and mix gently. With this recipe and this method, you'll be able to bake a cake at home. You will get a very delicious and fluffy cake after baking. To finish up the mixing, you have to drop the whisk and use your spatula to finish up mixing. So I'll drop the whisk now, use my spatula to finish the mixing. Fold and use the folding method. Watch what I am doing. You fold it. You scrape the sides and fold. Scrape and fold. See how smooth the batter is now. While mixing, try not to over-mix. As you fold in the rest of the all-purpose flour into your batter and the milk, try not to over-mix. Immediately you notice that everything has incorporated and no signs of lumps in your batter, you stop mixing immediately. Here I've greased my baking pan and lined it with baking paper or parchment paper. So I'll be pouring the batter into it, then transfer it into the oven. In another tutorial video, I'll be showing you how I cut my parchment paper and how I greased my pan for the baking. Please subscribe to this channel for more recipes on cakes, pastries, and small chops. And always tune in for more tutorials. After transferring into the pan, we give it a tap to release trapped air bubbles from the batter and bake this at 160 to 170 degrees centigrade for 45 to 50 minutes. And to check if your cake is done from the oven, you insert a skewer into the cake, and when the skewer comes out clean, it means that your cake is done. If your skewer comes out with batter on it, it means you still need to cook a little more. When your cake is out of the oven, set it aside to cool down a little, like 20 to 30 minutes before you get it off the pan. Here now, I've removed the cake from the pan. It's cooled a little. Look at how spongy and fluffy it is. This cake is very delicious. Give it a try and you will love it. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.